Good morning, everyone. This is B. Ramarao from SRRS Government Polytechnic College, Sitsilla. Subject Engineering Chemistry and Environmental Studies for second semester, all Polytechnic Common Branch. Subject code 204. Subject code 204. Today our topic ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. Our topic objectives. On the completion of this period, you would be able to know about what is ozone layer depletion. What is ozone layer depletion? Causes and effects of ozone layer depletion, control methods of ozone layer depletion. On the completion of this period, you would be able to know about our topics. What is ozone layer depletion? Causes and effects of ozone layer depletion, control methods of ozone layer depletion. These are topics we discuss in this hour. What is ozone? First we discuss what is ozone. Ozone formula O3. Ozone formula O3. Three oxygen atoms combine together to form a molecule is called ozone. Formula O3. O3. A gas composed of three atoms of oxygen. A gas composed of three atoms of oxygen. Bluish gas that is harmful to breathe. This gas harmful to breathe. In breathing purpose, we using O2 gas. O. In ozone presence three oxygen atoms. Nearly 90% of Earth ozone is in the stratosphere and referred to as the ozone layer. Nearly 90% of Earth ozone is in the stratosphere. Ozone is in the stratosphere and refers to as ozone layer. Ozone absorbs a band of ultraviolet radiation called UVB, ultraviolet rays. The ozone presence in stratosphere and it is called ozone layer. These layer absorb UV rays from sunlight. So these ultraviolet radiations absorb ozone rays at stratosphere. At stratosphere. The ozone presence in stratosphere, this sunlight passes through the UV rays. When ozone form depletion, directly UV rays comes fall on earth surface. When ozone layer presence in stratosphere, the rays of UV observed at stratosphere of ozone layer, it comes only sunlight passes through the earth's surface. But ozone formed by depletion, sunlight and UV rays directly passes through the earth's surface. Here shows when ozone layer presence at stratosphere, UV rays stopped at stratosphere, sunlight only one passes through Earth's surface. When presence of depletion, the sunlight and UV rays comes at surface. UV rays does not passes when ozone layer presence at stratosphere. Ozone layer, lower atmosphere, when ozone presence in stratosphere. This ozone nearly 90% Earth ozone in the stratosphere and refers to the ozone layer. These ozone layer absorb a band of UV radiation called UVB, ultraviolet bond, formed at ozone layer presence in stratosphere. Ozone layer. Earth surface presence in first layer is called troposphere. Troposphere presence in 0 to 40 or 50 kilometers above is called troposphere. Then after layer is called stratosphere. Stratosphere presence in 40 to 70 kilometers above surface of earth. Then after layer 50 to 70 above is called mesosphere. Then after thermosphere. Then after exosphere. These layers presence above on the surface of earth. First one is thermosphere. stratosphere, mesosphere, exosphere. The air component of the environment that surrounded Earth's surface is called atmosphere. The air component of the environment that surrounded Earth's surface is called atmosphere. The different layers of atmosphere are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. These layers present in atmosphere. The air component of the environment that surrounded Earth's surface is called atmosphere. The different layers of atmosphere are called troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. These layers present in environment or atmosphere. These are present in atmosphere. In this atmosphere, ozone layer presents in stratosphere, that is 50 to 70 kilometers above surface of Earth. Formation of ozone layer. The oxygen, when react with sunlight, it forms a single oxygen atom is called nascent oxygen, O plus O. These nascent oxygen highly activated atom. These activated atom interact with oxygen molecule, then form O3 molecule is called ozone. Formation of ozone. How to form? When oxygen presents in atmosphere, these oxygen interact with sunlight, then form oxygen plus oxygen. This single oxygen atom is called nascent oxygen. This nascent oxygen is unstable atom. These unstable atom interact with oxygen molecule, then form a stable molecule of O3 is called ozone. It is formation of ozone from oxygen. Oxygen O2 react with sunlight, then form oxygen plus oxygen. Oxygen, unstable atom, highly activated atom, then immediately react with another molecule of O2 to form O3 is called ozone. Is called ozone. Ozone chemically forms when UV hits on stratosphere. Oxygen molecules dissociate into atomic oxygen. Chemically forms UV hits on stratosphere. UV means sunlight. Oxygen molecule dissociate into oxygen atom. O2 interact with sunlight, then form single oxygen atom O plus O. Atomic oxygen quickly combines with other oxygen molecule to form ozone O3. This oxygen atom is called nascent oxygen. This oxygen atom is unstable atom. This unstable atom interact with oxygen molecule to form O3 is called ozone. That is formation of ozone in the atmosphere. Chemically forms when UV hits on stratosphere, oxygen molecule dissociate into oxygen atom. O2 gives O plus O. Atomic oxygen quickly combines with other oxygen molecule to form ozone. O plus O2 gives rise O3. What is ozone depletion? Ozone depletion. Ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion is simply the wearing out of the amount of ozone in the stratosphere. The layer depletion means the decreasing of concentration of ozone presence in stratosphere. Unlike pollution, which has many types of causes, ozone depletion has been pinned down to one major human activities. Industries that manufacture things like insulating foams, solvents, soaps, cooling things like air conditioner, refrigerator, and take away containers use something called chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs. Main reason of CFCs concentration increases in the environment, it caused by depletion. What is ozone layer depletion? The decreases in concentration of ozone presence in stratosphere. The decreases in concentration of ozone presence in stratosphere due to some chemical called depletion of ozone layer. Ozone layer depletion is simply the wearing out, that means the reduction or decreasing of the amount of ozone in the stratosphere. Unlike pollution, which has many types and causes, ozone depletion has been pinned down to one major human activities. Industries that manufacture things like insulating foams, solvents, soaps, cooling things like air conditioners, refrigerators, and take away containers use something called CFCs, is called ozone layer depletion. Industries that manufacture things like insulating foams, solvents, soaps, cooling things like air conditioners, refrigerators, and takeaway containers use something called CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. This concentration increases in our environment due to ozone depletion. Depletion begins when CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, get into the stratosphere ultraviolet radiation form, the sun breaks up these CFCs. These CFCs interact with ozone, then ozone concentration decreases in the stratosphere due to ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. Depletion begins when CFCs get into the stratosphere. When CFCs enter into stratosphere, reactions continually interact with ozone. The ozone layer concentration decreases in the stratosphere. Ultraviolet radiation form, the sun breaks up these CFCs. The CFCs interact with ozone. The concentration of ozone decreases in stratosphere. The breaking up action releases chlorine atom. First, CFCs interact with ozone to form chlorine monoxide. This chlorine monoxide interact with ozone to form chlorine atom. This chlorine atom react with ozone to form chlorine monoxide and oxygen gas. The breaking up action releases the chlorine gas. This chlorine atom react with ozone, starting a chemical cycle that destroy the good ozone in that area. One chlorine atom can break apart more than 1 lakh ozone molecule. One chlorine atom can break apart more than 1 lakh ozone molecules. The breaking up action releases chlorine atom. Chlorine atom react with ozone, starting a chemical cycle that destroy the good ozone in that area. One chlorine atom can break apart more than 1 lakh ozone molecule. See here, CFCs released into environment by industries rises up to stratosphere. CFCs comes from industries, refrigerator, air conditions. These CFCs enter into stratosphere. The sunlight breaks CFCs up, releases chlorine atom. When these CFC break bond to form a chlorine atom, these chlorine react with ozone and destroy ozone. This chlorine react with ozone, destroy ozone to oxygen. More reactions causes more depletion. Here see these CFCs. In first step, CFC, chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons. These chlorofluorocarbons interact with sunlight to form a single atoms of this green one is chlorine atoms. The single chlorine atoms interact with these three molecules of this one CFCs, CFCs, CFCs to form single chlorine atoms. This one is chlorine atom. These chlorine atom interact with ozone. These are O3 molecules. These O3 molecules interact to chlorine atom. These chlorine atom interact to ozone, then form chlorine to oxygen. These two O2. These three ozone convert to the oxygen. And finally ozone convert to oxygen molecule. These oxygen enter into troposphere. In the stratosphere, the concentration of oxygen decreases by the enter of chlorine atoms or nitrogen oxide also enter into stratosphere. The concentration of ozone layer depletion is called ozone depletion. Causes of ozone layer depletion. Chlorofluorocarbons, man-made causes. First one is CFCs, halogens, methyl chloroform, hydrofluorocarbons, and natural causes. Causes of ozone layer depletion. Uses of chlorofluorocarbons like freons. CFCs are used as a refrigerator, air conditions, and propellant. Nitric oxides released from jet plants. Nitric oxides released from jet plants. Chlorine gas enter into stratosphere. Methane and carbon dioxide, burning of coal and oil, uses of nitrogenous fertilizers. These are causes of depletion of ozone. Used of chlorofluorocarbons like freons. CFCs are used as refrigeration, air conditioner, and propellant. Nitric oxide released from jet plant. Nitric oxide released from jet plant. Chlorine gas, methane and carbon dioxide, burning of coal and oil, uses of nitrogenous fertilizers. Uses of nitrogenous fertilizers. These are Causes of ozone layer depletion. Impact of ozone depletion. Impact of ozone depletion. Harm to human health. Harm to human health. More skin cancer. More skin cancer. Sunburns and premature again of the skin. More cataracts, blindness, and other eye diseases caused by ozone layer depletion. Impact on agriculture. Plant growing, especially in seeding, is harmed by more intensive UV radiation. Major crop species are particularly to increased UV rays, resulting in reduced growth, photosynthesis, and following. UV rays are comes to the earth due to depletion of ozone layer and causes skin diseases like skin cancer. Cataract, eye diseases, it decreases photosynthesis in plants, damage vegetation, etc. It increases spreading to diseases to bacteria and virus due to decreases in immune system. It increases the atmospheric temperature. Effects on plant. Psychological development process of plant are affected by ultraviolet rays or radiation, even by the atom amount of ultraviolets in the present in sunlight. When UV rays increases in atmosphere, the photosynthesis, the plants turns to yellowish. When it is impact, the plants turns to yellowish. These are affected by photosynthesis of plants. Ozone can be caused by skin cancer, cataract, immunity system, skin affected. Since the benefits of sunlight cannot be separated from the damaging effect, it is important to understand the risks of over exposure and take simple precautions to protect yourself. In domestic animals, UV overexposure may causes eye and skin cancer. Domestic animals UV overexposures may causes eye and skin cancer. Species of marine animals in the development stage, that is young fishes have been treated in recent years by the increased UV radiation under the Antarctic ozone hole. Effects on materials: wood, plastic, rubber, fabrics, and many constructions materials are degraded by UV radiation. The economic impact of replacing and or reprotecting materials could be significant. Measure to prevent the ozone depletion. Now, ozone layer depletion by CFCs and nitrogen oxides. CFCs and nitrogen oxides. Ozone is depleted by CFCs. Chlorofluorocarbons interact with ozone to form ozone layer depletion. Like CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, ozone interact with CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons to form O2 plus chlorine monoxide. This chlorine monoxide react with ozone to form O2 plus single chlorine atom. This chlorine atom react with O3 to form ClO plus O2. These are reactions involving in ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion. In these reactions, O3 react with CH-ClF2 gives rise O2 plus ClO, chlorine monoxide. This ClO react with O3 to form O2 plus Cl atom. This chlorine atom, unstable atom, interact with O3 to form ClO plus O2, decreasing the concentration of ozone by the interact with CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. Another component enter into stratosphere by jet planes is called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide. NO react with O3 to form NO2 plus O2. NO2 plus O2. O3 interact with sunlight to form O2 plus single oxygen atom is called nascent oxygen. NO2 plus single oxygen atom interact with NO plus O2. O3 turns to O2 by the interaction of nitric oxide. This nitric oxide NO interact with O3 NO plus O3 to form NO2 plus O2. O3 plus sunlight gives rise O2 plus single oxygen atom. The single oxygen atom is called nascent oxygen. These nascent oxygen interact with NO2 plus single oxygen atom to form NO plus O2. These reactions are involving in ozone depletion. How to prevent the ozone depletion? Prevention methods of ozone depletion. Prevention methods. Limit uses of vehicles driving. Limit vehicles are limited. We are using in atmosphere. They releases harmful gases of nitric oxides and methanes, carbon dioxide. These enter into stratosphere, then decreasing of ozone layer depletion. Use eco-friendly household cleaning production. Avoid using pesticides. These pesticides releases nitrogen gases, that is nitric oxides enter into atmosphere. These also caused by ozone layer depletion. Developing strain regulation for rocket launching. These rockets and jet planes releases nitric oxides in stratosphere. Burning the uses of dangerous nitrous oxides. These are development of prevention methods. Ozone depletion is prevented by reduction of uses of CFCs. CFCs less number of used in refrigeration and air condition. These are topics. Ozone layer depletion. What is ozone layer? Ozone presence in stratosphere, that is 40 to 50 degrees centigrade, 50 kilometers above Earth's surface. This is upper layer. Ozone layer protected from ultraviolet rays. Then when it is interact with CFCs and nitric oxides and chlorine gases, methane, carbon dioxide, then the concentration increases in the stratosphere is called ozone layer depletion. The ozone presence in stratosphere. When it is interact with CFCs, nitric oxides and chlorine, the concentration of ozone decreases in stratosphere is called ozone layer depletion. The presence of ozone in the stratosphere is very and significant because of it is act as a protective UV rays. It strongly absorbs UV rays, thereby protect life on the earth from radiation damage. The depletion of ozone content in the atmosphere reduces capacity to stop harmful UV rays entering the environment. This may result in the increases of skin cancer, eye diseases. It decreases photosynthesis in plants, in damaged vegetation. It increases spreading of diseases of bacteria and viral due to decreasing in human system. These all are affected by ozone layer depletion. Today we discuss our topics are once again I repeated what is ozone layer depletion? The decreases in the concentration of ozone presence in stratosphere due to some chemical is called depletion of ozone layer. What are the causes? What are the reactions presence in stratosphere? It is caused by mainly CFCs, nitric oxides, chlorine, methane, burning of coal, uses of nitrogen fertilizers, uses of chlorofluorocarbons like freons. CFCs are used in refrigerators, air conditioners, or propellants. Nitric oxides releases from jet plants, chlorine gas, methane, and carbon dioxide, burning of coal, oil, uses of fertilizers. The reactions between CFCs and ozone to form oxygen molecule. The reactions between nitric oxides and ozone to form oxygen. Then the concentration of ozone decreases in stratosphere. What are the effects of ozone layer depletion? The UV rays are come to the earth due to depletion of ozone layer and caused by skin diseases like skin cancer, cataract. It decreases photosynthesis in plants. It increases spreading of diseases of bacteria and virus due to decreasing in immune system. It increases the atmosphere temperature. These are affected by ozone layer depletion. How do prevention methods? Ozone depletion is prevented by reduction of uses of chlorofluorocarbons. Alternative gases are used in refrigerator and air conditioners. Thank you once again.